So, people, Arsenal 2, Crystal Palace 2. What was that? What was that? I mean, if they think they can play like that against PSG, they are going to get a rude awakening. I don't want to overreact, but that was not good enough. And they need to wake up fast. Arteta had us nearly at full strength. In the end, we were lucky to even get a point out of that game. Second half, we were dreadful. Big up to everyone locked in, man. Great numbers on the watch along. Over 5,000 in the live chat at one stage. So really appreciate the support. Let's break down some of those performances in the Eddie and Ketia derby, people. The Ian Wright derby, who played for both teams. Or the Matt Turner derby. Or the Rob Holding derby, actually. Anyway. David Raya. Breathalyze him in the changing room. Usually it's Stella or Trossard. Today it is Ray and Nephews, people. That guy played like he's been drinking rum straight from the bottle. I'm drinking rum, I'm Red Bull, and I see make me up. What kind of... Yo, this guy's trying to catch the ball. He's twisting his hands. He's missing the... I said, Ross, welcome to Raya, man. Raya looks like he's had a good weekend. I can't lie. I don't know what he was on. We'll let him off. He's had a good season. I can't lie. We're starting with the negative performances, so we get them out the way, and then we'll build up, and we'll finish on a positive angle. People looking ahead to PSG, so bear with me. Raheem Sterling. I mean, Raheem, you're putting the culture under pressure right now. It's deeper than football, people. They brought out a Jamaica tracksuit, signed Raheem Sterling, and had the whole of the culture. Cap him for this guy. He can roll back the years. Trust me. Give him a chance. It's smart business. It's a loan. The corner flag played better than Raheem Sterling tonight. I think it moved more. Raheem, respectfully, I respect your journey, brother. I mean it seriously. Northwest London, Jamaica, difficult upbringing, multimillionaire. I'm proud of your journey. Genuinely, brother to brother, proud of you. But you see this football club behind me? You see this? You can't be it. You can't be it. We're trying to win Champions Leagues. You can't be doing that. You're basically a youth worker at Arsenal, bro. We've brought you in to pass on your experience to Lewis Skelly and Waneri and them, man. But on the pitch, nah. What did he do in that game tonight? One thing. Did he complete one pass, have one shot, win one corner? Oh my day. Listen, we're sponsored by Emirates. The thing says Emirates fly better. Get to Heathrow, speak to Emirates, Al Nassr, Al Hilal, one of them, or MLS, one of them. Thank you very much, Raheem. Great career, though. Appreciate everything you've done. But Arsenal, lock off that Ross. Anyway, let's talk about the skipper, the leader, the captain, El Capitan, Martin Ødegaard. He gets goosebumps. I get those goosebumps every time. Travis Scott settings. When he is North London forever, he gets goosebumps on his arm, people. It sends shivers down his spine. He's so passionate. This club means so much to him. I'd love it if he showed us on the football pitch every now and then. 2 goals this season. Same amount of assists as Ederson, the Manchester City goalkeeper. In fact, he got an assist tonight. You're one clear of Ederson. He got an assist from the free kick. Good start to the game. I'm thinking, here we go. He's cooking. He wasn't cooking. It was a microwave. 10 seconds. When Mateta gets the ball, Ødegaard's in front of him. There's no goal. You're in his way. You've blocked him off. And Ødegaard dealt with him like Debo turning up in Friday on his bike, robbing everybody. Smokey, all of them running out of there. Debo turned up. That's my bike, punk. It was like a year 7 swinging for the year 11. I said, that's supposed to be our captain. He's on the floor eating grass. I said, that don't look like Tony Adams or Patrick Vieira or even Cesc Fabregas. I just expected him to get in the way of Mateta and block the shot. He dashed him to the floor like you're swatting a mosquito in your hotel room when you're on holiday. Just swatting him out the way. Get out the way. Mosquito Ødegaard. Not Martin Ødegaard, Mosquito. You know, they buzz around, they look busy, but they're not really doing anything. Mosquito Ødegaard. Swatted out of the way by a guy with a nappy mask on his head in Mateta. He had a Pampers nappy on his head. A diaper, as they call him in America. While he lobs David Raya, who's 25 yards off his line getting lobbed crossbarring in. Like I said, I think he was down in the Raya nephews last night. We'll try and get more positive from this point, people. We'll try. It can't get much worse, so we'll build up from this point. Timber and Lewis Skelly, solid quality. No need to talk about them. In fact, rewind. Remember when Heskey used to do the Iron Apple celebration? Why is the green screen bugging out? Relax yourself. Let's talk about William Saliba. Let's talk about William Saliba. As I said at the end of the game, Saliba, as far as I'm aware, as a grown man professional footballer, the trophy cabinet's empty. Until that trophy cabinet is full of trophies, relax yourself, concentrate, and handle business. You ain't Virgil van Dijk. You ain't Rio Ferdinand. You might play like them. You might have the potential, possibly, to be on their level. Possibly. But until you have the silverware they have inside that cabinet, relax and do your job, bro. Because aura will not stop strikers from scoring goals. This guy thinks he's got a protective shield around him. I've got so much aura, I don't have to do anything. I'll tell you the reason. Number one, has his head been turned by Real Madrid? Number two, now Gabriel's out of the team, Saliba's got to be the leader. Being the leader's a lot different to just concentrating on your own job. He's actually got to guide Kivy or speak to him, take some more responsibility. With added responsibility comes added pressure. He hasn't dealt with it. You got away with it against Madrid because we were plenty of goals ahead. It cost us today. You've got away with it because the title was gone anyway. But you do that against PSG, there'll be meltdowns, bro. You better fix up quick. Great player. We're not going to turn on you. We don't need to sell you. But you need to fix up quickly as well. Something that's very interesting for me, and I want to know your guys' opinions. I said this at the end of the stream. Trossard scored 2 against Ipswich. He scored 1 today. I still wouldn't start him up front against PSG. I still think Mikel Merino makes us a better team when he's up front. Not only is he scoring goals, getting assists, I think he improves Martinelli and Saka with his link-up play. He's also got that height that you can put the high cross in. I just don't think Trossard improves us as a team when he plays up front compared to the way Merino plays. I would play Merino up front and put somebody else in midfield, maybe Zinchenko. I actually think Zinni's a good midfielder. It's a risk, but Merino in midfield with Trossard up front. I think Arteta's going to go with that, but I'm still not convinced by it. Tonight needs to be a warning sign to Arsenal. We're all on a high at the moment. We're all in this positive feeling of Arsenal fans that the dream of can we win the Champions League. If you turn up and play like that against PSG, the dream will be over quickly. They're going to be more difficult to face than Real Madrid. We ran all over that Real Madrid team. You can't do that to this PSG team. They work hard. That Real Madrid team are lazy. Modric's like 40. He ain't gonna run. The front three don't track back. And both their fullbacks were injured. Yeah, we deserved everything we got. We battered Madrid. But PSG will be more difficult. By the way, look at the goal from Eze. First of all, why is he unmarked on the edge of the penalty area from a corner? Thought Nicolas Jova was a masterclass coach who they painted outside the stadium. So, leaving a guy unmarked on the edge of the box is a bit crazy. Second of all, look at the goal, look at the techers. Maybe Eze should be in an Arsenal shirt next season. You know, maybe. Boyhood Arsenal fan, 60 million release clause. We have a problem in attacking midfield. Listen, not the end of the world. Inter lost 3-0 tonight to AC Milan. Maybe they're not as good as everyone thinks. Barcelona, Lewandowski's out for 3 weeks. It's Champions League or bust for me with this manager. Genuinely mean that. Some people think that's an overreaction. I think this season's been poor. The Champions League covers up a very lackluster season with a lot of regression. We're closer to 7th in terms of points than we are the team who are top. We're 10 points clear of 7th. We're 12 points behind top of the league. We have regressed this season. I think we need 7 new players this summer. That is a rebuild. We need a goalkeeper. We need a defender. We need 2 midfielders, 1 in centre mid, 1 in attacking mid. We need a left winger. We need a striker. We need players. We might even need a left back if Zinchenko and Tierney go. So we need players. Anyway, listen, tonight, not great. Drew 2-2. Let's hope it's a warning shot and we wake up and we perform better. 6 days off. The biggest positive of the night is no injuries. No injuries. 6-day break now till PSG. Partey, Kivior, Declan Rice, for me, were the 3 standout players for us tonight. Man of the match would go to one of those 3. Big up to everyone in the chat. Let me know what you think about today's game. 2-2 against Palace. And we look ahead to PSG now, people. Take care, everyone. Bless.